This man had no regrets after shoot. One half. A pregnant robber after she begged for her life.
And they downed me. They jumped on me in the hallway.
But Tom Greer says he managed to get his .22 caliber Smith & Wesson revolver. He says when that unarmed couple saw his gun, they took off out the back door, and he followed.
The lady didn't run fast as a man, so I shot her in the back twice. She's dead, and they told her off, but he got away. She says, "Don't shoot me, I'm pregnant with a baby," and I shot her anyway.
Homeowner who confronted two robbers.
I walked in on them, and they downed me. They jumped on me in the hallway.
But Tom Greer says he managed to get...
Hey YouTube family, Mr. Black Mamba 305 here with you guys again, and we're back to do another video. A series of videos I'm going to start doing is reacting to a lot of things firearms related and just common sense related. There's a lot of videos out there that I think I have a pretty decent opinion on, and I'm nobody to really say anything, everything, but I still have my opinion just like any other bloggers out there. So you guys already seen the video. All right, so you guys know what we're going to talk about. A 72-year-old man had two intruders come into his house. They wrestled with him. He took out his .22 Smith & Wesson revolver. Bam, 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 bam. One of the person died. Of the two people that entered his house, one was a pregnant female and another guy. There's so much to talk about here in this one, guys, as it pertains to firearms, handling a firearm, but mostly .22. This is a .22 caliber pistol. This one is known as a butt mark. This is a Browning butt mark. This is one of their competition bull barrel. You have a Picatinny rail all across the top, 5.5-inch bull barrel, very accurate. It is just an amazing trigger. They're mostly known for their little gold trigger. That is amazing. This is about a 5-pound pull. I've had this now for about 5 or 6 years. And it's an amazing shooter. The takedown itself is a little bit, it can be a little bit daunting sometimes. You have to pull a lot of screws, you have to use an Allen key and do a bunch of stuff to it. But besides that, it's a pretty amazing gun. You know, this one, I just take this for plinking. I never use this for self-defense. For self-defense, sometimes I carry a Glock 19, sometimes I CZP-10C. Sometimes a Smith & Wesson 2.0 compact, or so right now I'm carrying the Beretta APX Centurion. I just love how that thing shoots, so I really don't carry anything else besides my APX Centurion. So let's talk about the video, and then let's talk about .22 as a self-defense. All right, so in the video, there's so many things that actually, like, that to me was just like, number one, I don't know if these two people preyed on this gentleman. You know, they just probably watch him. They say, hey, listen, as you can see in the video, he's 72 years old. And I'm from Jamaica, man. So 72-year-old person in Jamaica, they'll knock you out. They fit. You know, people, we carry buckets and baskets on our head, you know, when we're kids. The old folks, they walk 10 miles down the street to catch a bus, go to town, carry big bags on the bus, walk 10 miles up a hill. Like, those people are built different. If you ever dated like a Caribbean girl or know some guys from the Caribbean, I mean, them people are built different. Tough. You know what I mean? So this 72-year-old guy, though, he was a little, you know, he seemed kind of frail. I don't want to just assume that, you know, he was frail, because he happened to handle himself. First of all, he said they came in, they tussled with him. That means two people broke running on him. I don't know if it seemed to me like that they were probably trailing him. They saw him going to his house, probably pushed him on the inside, you know, tried to tussle with him. He probably, you know, got the better of both of them. You know, he's reaching for his Smith & Wesson .22, as he said, his revolver. So, you know, he ain't got nothing new, nothing modern like this, because he said it's a Smith & Wesson revolver .22, so it's probably one of those older models. He didn't have any the Ruger SR-22, the Mark II 22-45, the Mark IV Tactical, nothing like that. He just had you know, a Ruger you know, revolver .22. And one of the first things that shocked me when I heard the video is that he had both of them running, because I'm 205. If I was to go pushing on an old man like that, I'm sorry, man, he ain't getting up. You know what I mean? Even if he got some boxing skill, he might stand a little bit of chance, but he ain't getting up. So 2 people going in on this guy and still didn't overpower him. I kudos to the man. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I want a 72-year-old I want to be. You come in my house and you run up on me the wrong way, I'm going to beat you down. I might not even have to get a gun. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm going to hurt you. You know what I mean? So, number 1, you got to stay fit. Number 2, you got to stay ready at all time. All right, let's get back to it. So, both of them attacked this man, right? You heard him say, the guy took off, which is like, it's like, how do you take off, leave your baby mama in there with this man? So, he probably reached for his gun. They saw that. They probably didn't know what he was reaching for. He reached for his 22 pistol. They probably thought it was something else. Homeboy took off, left his girl. And you heard homeboy. He said, I shot her. I took out the gun. She said, don't shoot me. Bam, bam. He said he shot her 2 times in the back. Now, I don't know what kind of legal ramification that's going to have on an old man like that. But at that age, I don't really think he cares. You know what I mean? I think if they come to him like, yo, you're going to serve time in prison, he'd be like, whatever. You know, I'm almost out of here anyways. You know, I really don't think that they're going to press any charges against this man. Because first of all, you know, he's an older guy. There's 2 younger couple. In the moment of, you know, you be in a situation like that where obviously he's an aged person. He's reaching for his little 22. You know, this guy ain't got no Glock switch and none of that. I think the prosecutor's going to be like, yo, listen, man, we can't prosecute this guy. This man's just defending himself. Now, the fact that she said, hey, don't shoot, and he still shoot her, I don't really know how that really works in whatever state he was in. Some states that would be considered either manslaughter or murder, depending on how you look at it. You know what I mean? I don't know how. I don't think he went to jail. I didn't follow up and check on him after the fact, but I don't think he served any jail time. Obviously, he was there still doing an interview after it all happened, so they didn't put him in cuffs or anything. But the fact of the matter is, guys, what the takeaway from this incident is you got to stay vigilant. You got to stay vigilant all time. Even when I come from work or I go out and I go into my area, there's a certain road I go down and I go down on another road and then I turn into where I live. I don't always go down that road. Sometimes I take another road because if people are constantly watching, which seems like what they were doing, they probably been watching this old man, they saw him as an easy target. And then they said, you know what, we're going to pounce on this guy. You got to have something in there. So you have to change up your pattern sometime. The things that you do. Sometimes you just get out of your car, your head's down, and you're just all going straight and just not looking around you. We tend to be so aloof at times because we do the same actions over and over and over that we don't even take the time out to say, you know what, let me look behind me. I always look in my rearview mirror. Sometimes my car, I put into park and I look in my rear camera to see if somebody's following me, if somebody's sneaking up behind the car. And then I also check both my side mirror to see nobody's creeping up on me. By the time I'm ready to get in front of my house, my bag with my firearm is right there, or I have my firearm on me, ready to reach and go. You gotta be vigilant, guys. And a lot of people might watch this video and say, hey, listen, it's paranoia. No, it's not paranoia. It's called being prepared. Paranoia is when you're jittery all the time, you're on edge, you're tense, and you just think that somebody's out to get you. Being prepared is just, it's literally a thin line between paranoia and being on the edge. But it's still a line between there. You can blur them just as this, but you can still be on that line. It's just being aware. When I go to restaurants, I don't turn my back to the door. There was an incident the other day where the guy came into, I know it was pretty popular a few months ago, where the guy came into the restaurant waving a gun, and it wasn't even actually a gun, or it wasn't loaded or something like that. Somebody came up, shot him. He was turning his back and they shot him and killed him, and then the guy got charged. I don't know if you remember that incident. You know what I'm saying? You got to be aware. You don't know who's coming in beside you. That person might come in there trying to rob the place and don't even tend to kill anybody, but he got excited or angered, and next thing you know, he's shooting up whoever, kids, You have to be aware. And this is what happened. Old boy wasn't really aware, because if old guy was aware, he probably would have been looking behind him before he goes into his house, confronted them there, or, even just be aware to know that he needs to carry a concealed permit. I bet you now on that old man has a concealed permit and he's carrying that thing. All right, so let's get back to it anyways. Want to wrap this up and don't make it too long. But at the same time, again, you know, they attacked this old man, you know, and you hear a lot of people, even on the internet, on YouTube, they talk about, you know, our 22 rifle. Oh, no, I wouldn't carry a 22. Or this, I wouldn't carry 22. The advancement in 22 is come such a far way, where 22 caliber, you have hollow points, 22 grain, 32, 36 grain, 40 grain, and, you know, hot 22s, heavy 22s, just, it's a 22 Magnum, you know, 22 TCM. There's so many 22s that can do damage. And I know a lot of time we'll watch a lot of these videos and you'll hear these people say, oh no, I wouldn't carry a 22. But then in the same breath, they'll say, if it's the only gun you have. And then they downplay how important a 22 can be in defending your life. You know what I mean? Or they say, oh, if it's the only gun you have. You know, obviously, the only gun this man had was a 22 revolver. And those you gotta click and then click again and cock it and click again. So it's not one of these modern 22s that come for, okay, we got the Sig Sauer P322. That comes with 20 rounds. Taurus TX22. Taurus TX22 competition. That comes with 15 rounds. Then you have the Keltec P22. That comes with 17 rounds. So you want to tell me if somebody's attacking me, right? And I take out my, okay, let's go the lowest count. Ruger SR22, that comes with 10 rounds. Anything Ruger, right? Ruger's the SR22 is a little small, compact 22 that you can just, you know, put, it's very concealable, right? You tell me somebody's coming at me, right? And I take that out. Bum, 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 bum. In the face, in the face, in the face. Or the chest, chest. Face. 7 in the chest, 3 in the face. You want to tell me. Now, adrenaline is a hell of a thing. And I do understand that in the mid when you're scared, that extra rush of adrenaline. But listen, man. 322 in the face, 422 in the face, 522 in the face, and in the chest. Believe me, you're going to slow down at some point in time. Don't listen to all these people on the internet telling you that, oh, 22 is not good for self-defense. Now, if you have a weak finger pull, if you're elderly, if you're recoil sensitive, 22 is perfect. And this is just all I wanted to say in this video. Don't let people tell you about 22 is not capable. It is more than capable. I'm not saying go out and purchase a 22 for self-defense or home defense or, you know, concealed carry. If you can't afford something else, there are cheaper options there if you're on a budget. You know, there's a lot of companies that make great guns. Firearms technology has come a long way. But let me tell you this. This thing, a 22 pistol, this carries 10 rounds. And if this is what you had in your house, it could defend you. Okay? If it's the only thing you have, yes. But don't let people tell you that this one thing, oh, a 22 is not that good and blah, blah, blah. A 22 pistol is just as capable of any other gun or caliber, 9mm, 380, 9mm, 45, of taking down your I wouldn't say your prey, but the intruder, someone attacking you. You put proper shot placement, practice with that firearm, you know, being proficient at it, handling that firearm in danger, know to take off that safety, you know, rack up your mag when that time come, a little light on it if you're using it for, you know, to protect your home so you can see, you know, sometimes that light will give you away, but just have a little light on it or with you, separate from the gun. 22 caliber would most definitely do the job. All right, so that's pretty much all the message I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, guys, like, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned, guys. I'm going to bring a lot more of this content, giving you my 2 cents about it. And again, if you like what I'm saying, just go ahead. Hit that bell, that notification bell, so when I put out content, you guys are the first to get it. And subscribe, like, share the video. Looking forward to the next video, guys. Mr. Black Mama 305. Boom! Out.